My name is John, and I've always been intrigued by the occult. When I discovered a tarot card course offered at the local community college on Facebook, I was instantly captivated. The course was not only compelling, but it also worked perfectly with my modern lifestyle due to the weekend scheduling, allowing me the time necessary for studying. Faced with this ideal opportunity, I registered without hesitation. In this setting, I met Helen, a vibrant and intelligent girl who paid close attention to every detail of the tarot. However, one day, a few weeks into our joint study, I walked into the classroom and was surprised to see Helen, usually lively, looking very unlike herself. Returning from the lunch break, I noticed Helen appearing anxious and horrified, her gaze fixed on Joey, a boy sitting nearby. Joey looked unwell. His skin was pale as paper, giving the impression of being decidedly out of sorts. Shortly into the class, he suddenly lost strength, collapsing on the floor, causing panic to break out in the room. Joey was urgently rushed to the hospital. It was only when the ambulance's taillights disappeared from view that Helen finally revealed the source of the unsettling event. With a quivering voice, she told us that Joey had not come to class alone that morning. Rather, he was accompanied by a female ghost. As soon as they entered the classroom, the ghost became visible to Helen, attempting to attract her attention. But Helen, scared, pretended not to see. After lunch, Helen noticed the ghost was sitting on Joey's shoulder, and shortly after, he fainted. That evening, I attempted to find the truth using my knowledge of tarot cards. In the selected deck, the death card representing change unexpectedly appeared. The next day, when I went to discuss this with Helen, hoping she could provide more clues, I found her even more terrified. It turns out that the female ghost had appeared in Helen's dream that night, the apparition warning her with a fierce face not to meddle any further. To avoid unnecessary trouble, we decided to keep our distance from Joey, trying to return our lives to a normal rhythm. However, just as the course was ending, we were shocked to learn that Joey had been in a car accident the day before. We heard that he had suddenly dashed onto the road, leading to the accident. A dire situation indeed. Although his life was not in danger, he needed to be hospitalized for recuperation, an unexpected turn that left Helen and I deeply uneasy. After much thought, Helen and I decided to use the tarot cards again, hoping to get guidance from the spirit world to lift the curse on Joey. We stayed back after class, lit incense, and began another quest using the tarot cards as a medium. Through the clues provided by the tarot cards, we learned that Joey was the lover of the female ghost in a past life. After breaking up with Joey, she experienced such profound sorrow that she unintentionally lost her life in an accident. In this life, they had the karmic chance to meet again, which is why she refused to leave Joey's side. Upon hearing the painful story of the female ghost, both Helen and I were deeply moved. We came to understand that she wasn't an evil spirit, but rather a poor soul unable to let go of the past, seeking love and companionship. We decided to help her find a way to release her from this earthly bondage, so she could depart in peace and no longer linger around Joey. We studied an ancient tarot exorcism method which involved illustrating on the tarot cards, a scene where Joey and the female ghost are separated and living happily on their own. We invoked the potent light power cards like the sun, the star, and the world to reinforce our intent. Once all the preparations were complete, we performed this blessing ceremony on the night of a full moon. We gently placed down the last card, then closed our eyes, silently whispering in our hearts for love and peace to always be with us. When we opened our eyes again, we felt a fresh breeze blowing, as if the air had been purified. We looked at each other and smiled, knowing the ghost had found her release. A few days later, Joey was discharged from the hospital. He looked lively again, and his face was gleaming with health. Since then, there have been no more unsettling incidents in our classroom. Helen and I sighed in relief. And to this day, we continue our study and exploration of tarot cards, anticipating more exciting chapters in life awaiting our discovery.